morning, everyone. My name is Ragdoll Riversong, and this is a brand new island. Sorry to say, I really did not like the map that we chose or the name of the fall island that we were gonna do together. So, I feel like I want it to have a woodsy feel to it. I don't want it to have like a very dark feel since we're gonna do the Nightmare Before Christmas Island with members only. So I feel like we should name this one Pine Nut, and we could have it be an all fall island with yellow, green, brown, red colors. And I went on a little island hunt to find the perfect map and villagers and things, and I stopped on this one because we have Deidre and what looks like Billy to me. And I feel like they are some cute villagers that would work perfectly for the type of fall island I'm trying to do. I know he has more of an Asian inspired feel, but I don't know. He's a cute little brown goat. Let's go find Tom, see how far away resident services. Yeah, that's pretty good. And over to the side. We have pears and we have a yellow airport, which is fine with me. I kept getting a blue one for some reason, and I was just going with either orange or green or yellow would be perfect because, fall. Is that everyone? Let's see. Is Deidre here? How about Billy? And there's Ragdoll, of course. Great, we're all here. I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Nook. Our three adventurers are ready to get started. Yes, very good. Let's see, how shall I begin? Yes, of course. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to your new island. My name is Tom Nook, and I'm the founder and president of Nook Inc. Yes. Today is the first day of your new life on this pristine, lovely island, so congratulations. And this is a package deal. As such, Nook Inc. staff will always be here to support you and ensure your comfort and safety. But first things first, I'd like each of you to choose a spot to put a spot of your own. It's the first step to putting down some real roots. I'd like you to dream big, and I do have certain connections in construction and real estate, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just start with a simple tent, shall we? Please collect your tent from Timmy or Tommy and then choose a spot to place it. Okay, so we're just going to come over here to the raccoon fellas. We're going to grab a tent and we're going to go place it, and we're going to make sure that our villagers aren't trying to place their houses too close to resident services. That just makes it a little trickier for me to decorate. They gave me a map too. How precious. Alright, friends. So if you're new to the game, all you gotta do is go find a great spot for your house. I don't like mine to be right up by resident services. I like to decorate that a little bit separately. And I don't normally go place my houses on the beach because I gotta relocate them then. So I try to just find a good place for my villagers. Usually. I don't know. I think it's a beach kind of thing this time. Oh, well, Billy wants his here. That's kind of far from resident services. Let's just go ahead and see where they're putting theirs. Aw, go ahead. Oh, he wants me to place mine first. Yeah, I think Deidre's got the right idea. And I think I'm going to come all the way over here. Let me see. Yeah, that should keep us all out of the way. Where did she go? Was I in her area? I took Deidre's spot. Oh no. She's like, I'll go find another place. Oh no. How rude. How rude of me. Did she go over here with Billy? She did. I'll find you a place, Deidre. Here, let me go ahead and find you one too, Billy. Absolutely. I'm gonna just kind of pull y'all over out of the way of the resident services. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. I don't really want him on the beach though, so like right around here is what I'm thinking. We can do some terraforming later to make it work better. I don't see that as too close to the water. I think you're wrong. No. This is the spot. And then we'll go help Deidre. I'm Deidre. I gotta tell you, I'm excited to do this whole island thing, whatevs. You already found a good spot, huh? I was trying to feel for the best spot, but I was having trouble because every spot feels like the best one. I couldn't just sit here thinking it over forever, so I grabbed a stick and I threw it, and here's where it landed. Let me see your tent, please. I think Deidre is just perfect for our fall island. I love her little sweater. She's so pretty. I think we'll just put her over here where she wanted to be in the first place. That looks about right. Let me go over some though. Everyone has a spot picked out. I need to head back to the plaza. Sounds fabulous. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all found just the right spots to set up your new homes. Of course, you can sleep on it for a while, really get a feel for how it suits you. And with that taken care of, we can move on to more serious business, like throwing an island warming party. We'll have it right here in the plaza with a roaring campfire. We'll just need a few supplies to get started. Since we'll all be living together, this will be a good test of teamwork. Let's see. Timmy, Deidre, Tommy, and Billy can set up things here in the plaza. Meanwhile, Ragdoll and I will work on gathering firewood and perhaps a little snack. All right, everyone, let's get to it. Ragdoll, would you come see me for a moment? I suppose, if I need to. Just wanted to go over what we'll need for the campfire. I think roughly 10 branches should do the trick. You can find them scattered about the island. When you find one lying on the ground, press Y to pick it up. Meanwhile, I'll investigate the pear-like items that grow in the trees. I suspect they're real pears. All right, I like to get things out of the way all at once. So I'm going to be out here just collecting all the weeds, all of the tree branches, and all of the pears that I know I'm going to need. Because we're going to need to get through our Nook Mile achievements fairly quickly to pay off our tent to Mr. Nook over there. So we can move forward and progress and get a house. Look at Billy over there. He's just sweeping away, checking out the whole thing. The beginning music to Animal Crossing is so soothing. It's so calming. I always forget how many of the pears he says we need, or how many of the fruits. I think it's only like 6, but I try to make sure I have at least 10. I think that's because he asks for 10 tree branches, and I just assume he wants 10 of each. This should give us the greedy weeder achievement too. But I think we have to wait for him to give us the instructions on that. But I like to get ahead of myself and do some crafty projects too, because we can get more Nook Miles for those. What have I got in my pockets? 9 and 11, that seems good. Got almost 100 weeds, I think. Yeah. You can only hold 99 in a stack, but just to get a whole stack. I'm going to be selling them. You found even more than I asked for. I only need 10, but I'm sure you'll find a good use for the rest. I'll take what we need off your hands now. Yes, yes, that should be plenty for our campfire. You made quick work of that. I'm quite glad that I'll be sharing this desolate island with such a hard worker. And speaking of surviving on a desolate island, our next task is to round up something to snack on. While you were collecting branches, I was evaluating the fruit that seemed to be abundant here. They look like pears, they smell like pears, and they taste like pears. In fact, they are 100% without a doubt genuine pears. Collect 6 for me. I already have them, yeah. I'm on top of things, Nook. I got this. Now, is that everything? Yes, I believe it is. Let's get started with the festivities. At last, allow me to properly welcome you to your new island. I have participated in many ventures and endeavors over the years, but this may be the most exciting. Helping develop a thriving new community entirely from scratch will truly test my business acumen and perhaps my skills as an outdoorsman. Now, we may not have the kind of numbers that I originally envisioned, but that just means we'll have to rise to the challenge. And I have no doubt that with hard work and perseverance, we'll shape this deserted island into, I suppose we can't call this a deserted island anymore. But what should we call it? I sense a great opportunity. As the first residents of this island, we should be the ones to name it, and in the spirit of democracy, we should put it to a vote. Majority rules. So, take a little time to think, and when everyone is ready, I'll present your ideas. I have never done an all autumn island before. And I really feel like this is just going to be incredibly cute. Um, I was trying to think if I wanted to add anything to it, but I think that's fine. I didn't put too much effort into the name the last time, and that's how I ended up not liking my island. So I really tried to contemplate a better name for a fall island and something that would fit because the other one just did not. And as you know, you can't change your island name, so while I was thinking about it and not loving it, I thought we'd go ahead and redo it. So here we are with Pine Nut. Wow, that's an overwhelmingly positive response. Each and every one of you clapped. I suppose if everyone is in agreement, we could just go with Pine Nut. Sounds great. Absolutely, it rocks. Okay. Splendid. From now on, this island shall be known as Pine Nut. Ragdoll, since you've proven yourself by naming Pine Nut, I'd like to rely on you for other critical decisions we'll need to make on this island. I hereby name you the resident representative of Pine Nut. Ragdoll, could you please say a word or two as the new spokesperson for your neighbors? A word or two. So, we've settled on a name for our island and we've selected our resident representative. It's been a big day, but it's gotten rather late, so let's have a toast. It's fresh juice made from pears, our new resident representative harvested on this very island. Then, without further ado, a toast to Pine Nut and the happiness of its residents. Cheers! Look at him with his little tambourine. He is the cutest. Ragdoll, having a good time? I know this is a bit much, so if you feel like taking a short nap in your tent, by all means go ahead. We'll keep the fire burning. Maybe I'll do that. Sounds good to me, but first you'll probably want this. It's your very own camping cot. You'll want to set it up in your tent before you lie down. Oh, and there are a few packages waiting in your tent as well, just a few items that might be useful. To open packages and use things, press A. And when you're ready, you can move to crawl into bed. We've got another big day ahead of us tomorrow, so rest up as much as you can tonight. Yes, yes, that's all from me for now. Sweet dreams, Ragdoll. Alrighty. We're going to wait to weed until he tells us about the Nook Mile program. And I'm just going to go in, get everything set up, and lie down for the night. We got a green radio and a blue lamp. Actually, I've noticed I always set my tent up the same way, so now I've got myself trying to do it a little differently than normal, I guess. Here, let me do it this way. I want it kind of set up near my bed, but I don't want it like right up there where I can't get into bed. Plus, I want to do like the Horde reward inside of my tent so I can get that Nook Mile achievement as well. I'm going to go collect a bunch of stuff and store it in here. So, looks like you've decided to make your own way in the world, get out there, explore new frontiers. That's all the way right, Daddy-O. You don't need to live by anyone's rules but your own. The world has made, or was made for exploring, you know? Living free, being out there, it's a great feeling. Yeah, but take it from a cat who's been on the road, being by your lonesome can grind on the soul. You gotta make friends along the way. Rambling this crazy world is Squaresville without some pals. Yeah, man, friends are where it's at. Speaking of rambling, I'm doing a bit of that myself. My bad. Maybe it's about time for you to wake up to your new life. But listen up, that rap I just gave you about friends is key. And you'll dig this island with a whole lot more if you share it with some friends, if that's your scene. An island paradise with your best pals sounds pretty groovy to me. Cool, when you wake up, you'll be in sync with real time. Dig that island life and I'll catch you later. Are you in there? I hope I haven't woken you abruptly, but I do wish to discuss something with you. I'll be here when you're ready. He doesn't hope he woke us, but he does want to speak to us. How funny. There you are. I hope you had a pleasant nap. Or, well, I suppose it was a bit more than a nap, wasn't it? It's a brand new day. I slept that long? Yes, it's quite normal to be worn out from such a long trip and a major life event. Speaking of which, I have a few more things that you might find useful as you adjust to life in our little paradise. First, you'll need one of these. Yes. It's your very own Nook phone. I had these made especially for island residents. I want to make sure it's working right, so could you try turning it on for me? Good, good. Looks like you're getting good reception as well. Okay, feel free to put it away now. Say, Ragdoll, have you ever used a smartphone before? Sure have. Very good. Then this should be a breeze for you. In fact, these Nook phones are rather easier to operate than ordinary phones. Oh yes, we simply remove most of the features. Yes, yes, there's also a very useful app that contains advice for living here. Normally, this would not be free of charge, but as you're just getting started, consider it an extra bonus. It's called Island Life 101 and it's a message delivery service of sorts. Feel like giving it a try? Okay, I'll need you to pull out your Nook phone again so I can send you the app. This little app is extremely helpful for newer players trying to figure out the game. So if you don't have Island Life 101 and you're a newer player, maybe go talk to Tom. He can hook you up. Here is your itemized bill. This includes everything: airfare, accommodations, labor tax, and of course your Nook phone that I said was free. Bringing your grand total to the modest sum. Oh my gosh, Nook. Seriously? Yes, yes. Well then, wait, you don't have any bells? I can't believe I didn't think of this. Of course. No need to worry. I was prepared for exactly this type of tricky situation. For the getaway package, you can pay your fees with miles instead of standard bells. I call this extremely helpful service the Nook Mileage Program. Well, it's quite extraordinary if I do say so myself. With the Nook Mileage Program, you can earn miles by simply living your life here on Pine Nut. I dare say the more you enjoy your island, the more Nook miles you can earn. And you can even use them to pay back your move-in fees and much more. So the bottom line is you need, we know, like 40,000 bells. Would you believe it? It only comes to 5,000 miles? I don't believe it. I'll just go ahead and register you so you can pay in miles. But there are more details available within your Nook phone. Just open the Nook Miles app. And you'll see that you've earned some miles just for traveling to the island and joining the program. If you'll excuse me, I must get back to a few other matters. But let me heartily congratulate you once again on your arrival. I'm so happy to have you as a resident of Pine Nut and a client of Nook Inc. My new life is underway. I can do whatever I want. Woohoo! And from now on, the time will match real time. You can also save by pressing the minus button up on your controller if you didn't know. Members of our island life will receive tips just like this one. You can read back over the tips sent here anytime you like with Island Life 101 in the Nook app. Because some of those just go by way too fast to catch. Testing, test. Hello, Oh dear, so sorry about that. The volume was a little loud there. Hello, everyone. Starting today, I'll be doing an island-wide broadcast full of island updates, going-ons, and such. I'll go over with some things that are very important to island life, so lend me your island ears for a short time. Now, it's only fitting that we kick off this daily ritual with a doozy of an island announcement. The Pine Nut Airport is now open for business. Starting today, you can use your online or local communication to fly over to other islands for a visit. That's not all. The airport counter now offers postal services, and just like the Resident Service Center, the airport is open 24 hours a day, so please drop by for a look. That's all from me. Time for you all to get out there and enjoy your day. Okay, so our day is going to start by checking our mail, picking up weeds, selling weeds and sticks, and anything else we can find. Oh, we got to go take a workshop on that first. Alrighty, so got a little photo. I'm just going to leave the oranges over here. Well, I wanted them out of the way, but sure. And our little hoard reward I was talking about. Oh, I forgot. We can take that with us. I just don't want to fill up my pockets too much. They're tiny in the beginning. We'll go take the workshop offered by Tom Nook, and he'll teach us how to make a fishing pole, and eventually we'll get other tools, and we can do some of those to earn miles as well, like fishing and collecting and turning them in. Moving right along. Sorry, Deidre, just trying to clean up around here. It's looking kind of rough. We'll probably go sell the Nook Boys all of the pears I can get my hands on, along with the excess weeds and branches that we don't use for crafting. And right now we're just trying to pick all this up so we get as many Nook Miles as possible. Bear with me. I know it's not the most fascinating thing in the world. I love seeing them outside and getting to talk to them. It's so cute. It's great to see you. We're keeping resident surfaces open at night, so feel free to stop by if you need to talk about anything. For the time being, I'll be out and about checking in on everyone, seeing how folks are doing. If you're ever unsure about what you should do, don't hesitate to stop me for a chat. Aw, that's so sweet of him. Okay, that's pretty good for now. I think I'm going to go in, take a workshop. Ragdoll, welcome. As you can see, it's quite cozy in here. It's funny how cozy doesn't always mean comfortable. Let me know if you need advice on how to spend your time on this island or anything else. If you need some advice about basic island materials, you should talk to Timmy. He can help you procure some of the essentials for thriving in our little paradise. And if you want to earn some bells, he has a rather generous policy of purchasing just about anything. Not strictly advisable from a business perspective, but quite generous. One more important thing. I'm offering a free DIY workshop that can really help you build out your island experience. I think it would be quite useful, so I do hope you'll take me up on it. What would you like to talk to me about? I'm all ears. About that workshop, sir. The DIY workshop, each participant will make and keep their own tools and receive a set of DIY recipes. I think it would be quite useful for island life. So shall I put you down for the next available session? I'd love to. That's the island spirit. Happen to be free right this very moment. Let's get started. Fabulous. Welcome to my DIY workshop. Oh, I suppose workshop is overselling it a bit. When you see how simple it is to DIY or do it yourself, you'll understand what I mean. The basic idea is to gather materials, follow a recipe, and then craft using a workbench like this one. So today we'll be constructing a fishing rod using common materials that you can find anywhere. For this particular recipe, we require a mere 5 tree branches. Now then, come see me once you've collected the materials. Found the necessary materials? Well then, let's get started on crafting the fishing rod. To begin, just select the project from the workbench and get started. Go ahead, give it a try. So while I was collecting weeds, I went ahead and got tree branches because, as you can see, that's what we need for crafting this. They are admittedly flimsy, as Tom said, so we will be crafting up 2 of them, at very least. There's just one last thing. I have a few common DIY recipes for you free of charge naturally. I just need to send them to your Nook phone. Would you mind opening it? Splendid, thank you. The DIY app is now installed on your phone and ready for you to use anytime. And the flimsy fishing rod you just crafted is yours to keep. It may not last forever, but it should serve you well for a little while at least. Speaking of fishing, I'm no master angler, but perhaps I can give you a few tips. In my experience, you should aim in front of the shadow of a fish when you cast your line. I would love to see anything you manage to catch. I'm quite curious about the local fauna. Let's do a little bit more DIY. And we need a couple more tree branches. For those of you who don't know out there, you can shake your trees if you're in need of more branches and you just don't see any lying around. Go ahead and give your tree a really good shake. And keep shaking it because you get a bunch of them, not just one. I always like to pick up the middle 2 and then go to the other side of the tree. And we can pick them all up and go get us a handy dandy net. All right, so our Nook camera, if we access it and zoom on in here, let me see, that's a tiny bit too far. Let's press Y to go back out. With her eyes closed. Okay, Pine Nut Miles is our first achievement. You traveled a long way just to move to our little island and you enrolled in the Nook Mile program. You earned your first miles. There are lots of ways to earn miles by enjoying island life. Congratulations on taking your first island photo. Please do show off your wonderful photos, whether they're impulsive snaps or brilliant compositions. Well, actually, hold on. Let me come over here and this little checkered one that they have actually looks pretty full, in my opinion. Oh no, wrong thing. Whoops. Okay, so to remove things you don't want on, you can go in here like this. But that shirt actually looks very fall to me, so we'll just borrow their design for now. But you can get miles for creating your own. And a very simple way to do that is just go in and select one of these, change the design, go to Tools by pressing X, fill all, and hit A to fill everything with the little paint bucket. And then you have just a simple one color top. Ta-da! And we get Nook Miles for creating a post on our board. Got him. Now we're on the hunt for critters with our net and a lot of fishing. And I am bad at both, so bear with me. Where'd you go? Got him. A common blue bottle in a green jar. I better slow down. I always go running through here and my fish aren't gonna... I should have went that direction instead. My fish are gonna disappear because I'm moving too quick. Now, I knew the fish weren't usually my friend in this game, but we got a rock. Okay, here's our chance to get this little fella again. I'm gonna go into stealth mode. Got him. I caught a robust cicada. It does seem pretty lively. They're everywhere. Oh my goodness. I caught a Miami stag. I caught a sweet fish. I hope it's not artificially sweetened. How funny. Oh, little kitty loaf falling out of the window again. She's a mess. She gets all comfy in the sun, falls asleep. Let's swap it with a bag of our weeds. But well, actually, we'll swap it with a shell, and then we'll go turn some of these into Tom. Oh, there was a butterfly I didn't have. That's why I typically put the extra tools away somewhere else, like in my tent. Because our pockets are incredibly full all the time. Oh, I should have caught that beetle. I think we caught the blue bottle. And let that beetle get away. And we can still get over there to our bed. We don't have any extras at the moment. Well, we've already got one of those in there for crafting purposes. We'll go ahead and sell this one. And hopefully that'll get us some more Nook Mile achievements too. Horde reward! Yay! Influencer, how funny. First custom design. We almost have 2,000 miles. I have a feeling turning in some of these will get us a little closer. Let me talk to you first, actually. Let's make my pockets a little more accessible. I can't afford anything. I have no bells. Okay, let's do all of our extra stuff for right now, except I'm keeping the stones. We can always get a whole lot more twigs later and bring those in to sell and have a stash of those for ourselves too. I kept some of the weeds as well. The stones and the materials from the rocks are a little bit harder to come by when you first start your island, so I try to hoard those away. And if you eat fruit, you could open rocks or maybe even dig up a whole tree if you had the right tool. You should try eating it once in a while too. Sounds good. He's going to give us a brief explanation of the ABD machine, or Nook Stop. I always call it our ABD machine. Automatic bell dispenser. Also working on service, which means you'll be able to redeem Nook Miles for various things. Please take advantage of these wonderful services. Alright, Nook shopping. That looks like a great garden faucet for a fall island. We'll come back and get one of the pipes later. I don't think I want to wear any of those. The tomato shirt is kind of cute. For the tomato festival, that is kind of adorable. And I'm just going to deposit the rest of it in there. And that way I've got a little bit of bells for things later. Now, Mr. Nook, here are some critters I found. Critter number 1, tiger butterfly. What a catch! I do believe this is a tiger butterfly. If this island can support a tiger butterfly, why who knows what other fantastic creatures we might find living here. I have an idea. An old friend of mine runs a museum and I'd love to send it to him for a closer look. Would you be okay with that? Of course. That reminds me. This is in no way tied to your generous donation just now, but I have a useful app to show you. It's our Critterpedia. Terrific resource for an aspiring island researcher such as yourself. With this one app, you'll get all the important details about the bugs, fish, sea creatures you catch. I do hope you'll continue to fill it up with your discoveries and share them with me too. I'm sure I'll be able to come up with some kind of additional reward. Well, here you go. I got another critter. I've got so many critters in my pocket right now, you're going to need to get these. It's like tiny ragdoll as a kid again. Going outside catching all the critters. You do take care of my little sweet sweet fish. And I have been using the workbench, I promise. I have. Telling me I haven't been over there. Come on, Nook. He got me all tongue-tied, upset. A number of DIY recipes that require wood, along with recipes to craft an axe. I think the axe would come in quite useful on this island. I think you're right. We can make a whole lot more things with wood and our handy-dandy workbench. Oh my goodness, we're going to be here forever. We have so many critters. I'm just going to fast forward through him and just get it done quickly. It's in no way related to the items we just gave him, but he always gives us a little special something, so. We'll need a watering can to water our flowers with, so we can get those miles as well. See, now he's going to tell us about the watering can. And how might you water them, you ask? Well, I just sent you the DIY recipe for a watering can. My accountant warned me about giving this sort of thing away for free, but you've collected creatures for me, Ragdoll, so this is just part of Island Give and Take. I hope you'll keep bringing me new discoveries to examine. It's all part of the island experience. What a catch! I do believe this is a puffer fish. Would you mind? No, not at all. Oh, and wouldn't you know it? Hold the phone. Someone's calling. Blathers, is that you? What splendid timing. Yes, do you remember the venture we discussed? Well, it's come to fruition. I'm currently stationed in an island that we've decided to call Pine Nut. Yes, yes, the local fauna are as abundant as expected, just as I told you. How many precisely, you ask? Well, there's just no way of knowing. But I have received, let's see, 5 outstanding specimens so far. What? Seriously? That is very exciting. Well, that is very exciting, but you'll have to excuse me. I'm with a customer right now. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. That was my friend Blathers, the one who curates the museum. Believe it or not, he's going to come to our island to help us identify and preserve the local creatures. But I could use your help, Ragdoll. Since you've done so much scouting and collecting already, would you be able to find a spot for Blathers? We'll need a good-sized space to really build out a world-class museum, so do keep that in mind. This is so exciting. It's all coming together. Okay, I don't think we can give him any more of the fish right now. And I'm not sure about placing his tent down right now. Like, I don't know. Let me take a look at my map. I don't know if there's an area I'm comfortable with placing it, really. We could keep it on the same row as resident services and just place it about here, maybe. It's going to be really close. I think I want it over just a little bit. I'm trying not to cover up the little sparkly here, but I'm also trying to not have it too close to the river, but not too close to resident services. It's tricky. I think this is probably a good spot. Blathers can set up his place now. Wonderful. He should be here tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to have a new video out every week, and I'm not going to play this island without y'all. I might pick up some extra weeds and twigs, but I'm not going to go forward an extra day without you. I may just do some collecting, but no crafting, things like that, you know? We're getting closer. I do believe we get rewarded for checking out the apps on our phone too. So let me just open all these up and take a look at everything. Just trying to get us to our 5,000 bells before I close it up for the day. Nope. We don't want to call them. We just wanted to see what it was. Our 101 tips here. Various things fall out of trees when you shake them. Branches, leaves, wasp nests, sometimes even bells. Shake the trees and see what treasures you discover. Best advice ever. Shake, shake, shake all the trees. All right. I think he gave me DIY for an axe, but I sold my branches. So let's take their advice and go ahead and shake, shake, shake some trees. They got me anyway. I tried to escape. I forgot I had a net in my pocket. I could have caught them. Oh well, we'll get some Nook Miles because we got stung a couple of times. Like if it happens again. So, oh well. Careful for the wasp nest, folks. They're in there. They were not kidding. All right, so we're just going to pick these up and we're going to go try to craft us a handy dandy axe. Maybe talk to one of our villagers and get some medication for that nasty looking eye, too. Ragdoll, I take it you found a suitable spot for Blathers to set up. I did. I knew I could count on you. Thank you. I'll let Blathers know so he can move in as soon as he wants. By the way, Ragdoll, are you saving up Nook Miles? Yes. There's no rush to pay me back, of course. I'm just excited to see the program in action. I've got a few tips for racking up the old Nook Miles, so don't hesitate to ask if you need a little advice. So Tom can help you out if you need help with advice on how to collect some more Nook Miles. But I like to just kind of get them as I go. Crafting helps you with them and picking up the fruits, the branches, all of that stuff. Well, yeah, we might need another axe. I'm going to go out collecting crafting materials. They tend to break fairly easy. Let me go see if one of my villagers can help me out with a medication for my eye. Out of curiosity, who are your favorite fall villagers? I would love to know. I have a little list of some that are my favorite villagers, but if you wouldn't mind leaving me your favorite villager in the comment section, it would help me out a lot when we go villager hunting, and I would appreciate it. Since I've never done a fall island, I'm a little bit beside myself trying to find the characters. My mind's racing. I hope the fish can't hear it. Aw, little Deidre. I have that problem too sometimes. Maybe you're doing or going for a new look, but that seems a little bit extreme, Dagnabbit. Wow, whatever got you has definitely not been skipping Stinger Day. I wish I had some medicine to give you, but I didn't want to mess up my aerodynamics, so I didn't bring any. Oh, but I can show you how to make medicine. It's easy to do, and this island's got everything you need. Well, thank you, Billy. The last thing you want is to get stung so much you faint. Fainting really cuts into your lap times. So make sure you keep some medicine on you, Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit is so cute. I'm pretty sure it's just the weeds and the wasp nests that we use to craft the medicine. So let me just grab us a little pile because I don't have any. I sold them all to the Nook boys, and that's perfectly fine. Well, I have some in my house, in my tent. I should have gone there if I would have only thought about it. I thought there was, oh, the watering can. We need soft wood for the watering can, so we have to go out and chop some trees. But as Billy said, we don't want to get sent home because we faint, so we had to definitely get some medication. And here we go. I'm gonna start with this one because I know I already shook it and a wasp nest came out of this one, so I'm a little scared. I always leave mine on the ground so I know which trees I hit and I can go back and just pick them all up at once. And this will surely give us some nook miles too, hitting all these trees. So just run around and get them as best you can. Oh, excuse me, Billy. I'm so sorry. Ran right into him. Oh, gonna get him again. How funny. And it's a little bit trickier, but if you didn't know, you can hit the rock with your axe and get the materials that way. See, those axes break really fast. But we get miles for breaking tools too, so that's cool. Get them for just about everything. I think I'll go back and get another axe or two for all the rocks around. And this should help us get closer to our goals. I'm trying to only hit it the 3 times so that I don't break it quicker. Oh, there it goes. All right, we're going to go back and make a watering can. I'll make sure I have enough to get us another axe. Oh, I should have waited. I guess this will be enough material for right now, and I'll go shake all the trees later. Because I got halfway through the island. We'll say at the airport. Yeah. That's where we can leave those down. And then airport and over will be the trees I need to hit. And anything with fruit in it, of course. He's outside shaking his head at me. What did I do? I'm just trying to get everything set up. How funny. My goal is just to get my home loan paid off for the day and tell him that I would like something better than a tent. We don't have a slingshot at the moment, so I can't get that down. I'm pretty sure I don't have the recipe yet. And so we're not going to worry about the balloon. Sorry, balloon. All right. Now we need a watering can. I don't think we need 2 of these. I don't think I've ever broken a watering can. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Should be fine. Let me get a couple of these because you know they are real flimsy. Oh, we need more materials. Oh no. Oh, we can craft our own campfire. Make a bonfire. And we'll need these for our campsite later, so I thought I might as well just go ahead and do it. I think now I'll need like 2 more maybe. Alright, that's everything we can craft at the moment. Oops. How many miles have we got? Island togetherness. One of the goals of Nook Inc. is residents togetherness. Our Gregarious Greetings initiative aims to reward you with Nook Miles just for chatting with residents. Try to talk to all your neighbors every day. If your tools break, just make more. And to take away the sting, you'll earn Nook Miles based on the number of tools you craft. Sweet deal. We're so close. Island development is Nook Inc.'s goal. We need a lot of materials to make that happen, so we're giving away Nook Miles based on how much wood you've chopped from trees. Using a tool until it breaks. Rascally clown. It's proof of your hard work. In praise of your good deeds, you're getting Nook Miles based on how many tools you've broken. Gotten used to using your Nook phone? The fact that you're reading this probably means you have. Keep using it and enjoy some Nook Miles just for getting familiar with it. Alright, that's all of our little stamps for our Nook Miles so far. And if you didn't notice, we reached our goal. I don't really have to do this now, but I'm going to anyway. And we'll just come over here and give it a quick water. Oh, I need to back up. I watered the plaza, resident services. All right, now all of our little flowers are sparkly. We've got our Nook Miles collected. We're going to go pay back Tom and tell him we need a house. And on the next video that I see y'all in, we should be setting up everything to start getting some new residents in here, I hope. Let me see. What would you like to talk to me about? About my moving fees. You'd like to pay your moving fees? Very well. I'm ready. Here are the 5,000 miles. It leaves me with 150. It's a happy day for us both. You're free and clear of debt, living in a thriving scenic island. What could be better? Oh, that was actually a rhetorical question. Let me be more, or wasn't a rhetorical question. Let me be more specific. How is that tent treating you? It could be better. I'm so sorry to hear that, but no one ever said that developing an island paradise would be easy. But we don't do things because they're easy. We do them because they're profitable. Well, if you're growing weary of life in a tent, I suppose the time is right to discuss the possibility of building a custom home. Now, there are certain challenges to building fabulous homes in a remote location such as this. challenges that do translate directly into cost, I'm afraid. But with zero interest financing and an extremely lax repayment plan, everything is possible. So, if you ever find yourself interested in a new home, do come see me. One more thing to share. We have a mileage redemption service for the Nook miles you've collected. When you access the Nook shop, you'll be able to redeem your miles for lots of interesting things. So be sure to check it out sometime soon. Well then, I hope you continue to enjoy your getaway package life. Thank you. And we get Nook miles for... We're a flower tender. We'll get some for flower power and flower tender. But we get some for paying off our moving fees. Thank you for paying all your fees for moving to the island. Take a Nook Mile rebate as a gift and give yourself a nice pat on the back. I think that's all of them for now. So, next video, Blathers should be here. We'll be able to give him all of our critters that we've collected. And then he will give us a vaulting pole and a shovel, and we'll be able to get to the other side of the island. Shortly after that, we'll be setting up some houses. So I do hope you've had fun in this one, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Bye, friends. Until next time.